I'm still supposed to get a compound path and put it into my exercise 7. So how do you do a compound path? What makes them go? It's basically a donut. It's basically a shape within a shape, and the two are unified in a way that this inside shape becomes a hole in that outer shape. Let me take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're in Illustrator, and what I've already done is pulled up a character. Any character that's got a hole in it, like this capital A in Cooper Black, you gotta love Cooper Black, has a hole in it. It's already a compound path. So if I grab that, I've just typeset this using the text tool. If I grab that as an object and then click type, create outlines, I can see how this typeface was designed. How many points do I need to draw, say, this big fat A? So it's a pretty interesting way. And if you find yourself thinking this is pretty cool, I'd kind of like to learn more about how to do typography. There are programs that you could study. Fontographer is a program that you can buy that lets you build typefaces. It's pretty cool. It was anyway. Anyway, so what I'm seeing though is that if I click on this path, I want to get that. Oh, the whole thing's unified, right? That's a hole inside that outer shape. So that's a compound path. Let's create our own. We're going to draw a circle. If I hold down the Option, it draws from the center. If I don't, it draws from the corner. And if I hold down Shift, it forces it to be straight. So I'm going to get that like that, and I'll get into my swatches menu and say, let's fill that with some groovy color. And now what I want to do is draw let's put a square hole in the middle of that. Let's put a square hole in the middle of a round peg. So I've got a square there. I don't need to fill that with anything because I'm going to punch that into the orange circle. We did talk a little bit today about how you might align things. If I wanted to make sure those two are lined up perfectly that way and that way, I could click those two buttons. You see there are also lots of other options in here for spacing, equal spacing, alignment. Play with those things. They're great. But what I'm going to recommend now is we just kind of go to Object. You notice I've got two things selected. I've got to have both. I've got to have that one and then Shift click to get the other one as well. So you got to have two things if you're going to make a compound path. Object, compound path, make, and it goes bazunka. It would be easy to think that perhaps what you've got there is a white square, but you don't. You have a compound path with a hole in the middle of it. So that's pretty cool. I hope you got a kick out of that. I am going to make one more of these guys, but that is close to our list of toys that we need to know. Tools for your toolbox is what I'm trying to give you. You don't have to use these things on your musical illustration or any project that you do. I just want you to have a lot of capability in your toolbox that you can do pretty much anything you want. Okay, see you.